And the one thing that I absolutely hate is this, what we call situationships. Yeah. Like, dating's not a thing anymore. You're just in a situationship. You can like each other for months, but you're not dating. You have no connection to each other. You're just friends. There's no label because that would freak people out. I absolutely hate that. I'm very passionate about that.
Okay. And so if you had to explain a situationship to somebody or explain a situationship that you've been in before, what is a situationship? Is it you guys are dating, you guys are hooking up, having sex, but there's no one is committing?
I'd say from past experience, a situationship is where you both recognize silently, because you can't say it out loud, both recognize that there's a connection, that you're interested in each other. You're seeing each other like a relationship status would every day, talking every day, check up on each other. You're basically in a relationship, but you have no label. And the minute you bring up a label, it falls apart. That's what I would call a situationship. And
is it you that's bringing up the label or wanting to have a label, and then it falls apart?
Yeah, the clarification.
So you bring it up and then the guy gets scared, or?
I think it's been 50-50.
Okay, so you've had a few times where the guy has
definitely
said, hey, I want something more, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're tired of situationships.
I'm tired of it, yes, because I feel like with the it being so common, it's become easier for all of us to just fall into.
Well, I guess my question is, your quarrel was that you don't like situationships, but yet you just said that there are times when the men said, I want commitment, I want to move things forward, and you said no. So can you explain that?
Those situations have been, I've known that we're just not meant to, it wouldn't be a very long relationship.
Okay.
Like I was interested in them in the beginning. I got to know them, and it just decided that we weren't meant to be, and so I didn't want to continue with it.
Okay. So the guys that you want don't want you, and the guys that want you don't want them.
That is the situation, yes.
Got it. Okay. Good times. Modern dating 2022.
Yeah,
go ahead. If I could actually chime in on that really quick. I agree 100%. These situationships are these situationships are not ideal. I think people are like, society and mainly social media has put such a, like, it's glorified this hookup culture, which has been said a lot, which is honestly really gross. I think people don't have enough like faithfulness and trust in each other. And it's just easier to be single or just be friends with benefits, even though you could have a connection with that person. So I agree 100% on that one.
Exactly. It's like the minute you move forward, things get too serious, but you've already gotten to that point.
No, exactly.
I think it depends. So I think it depends. Like, I think, yes, hookup culture is kind of crazy, but I also think that people kind of go into dating in general wanting to like have a boyfriend, which I guess it just depends on what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a boyfriend, then I think like communicating that early on kind of avoids having these situationships. Instead of being like, this is fun, we're hanging out, what are we doing? Just say like, I'm looking for a boyfriend. Are you interested? Whereas like, if you're looking to just meet people and connect and vibe, then you can say that and you can meet a whole bunch of people. And it's not necessarily, you don't necessarily have to like hook up with every single one of them, but you can also just like meet people and be like, oh, they were dope, but they're like kind of whack romantically. So then you just like next. And then you just avoid situationships if like you create your own situation, in my opinion.
No, I think that's actually a really good point, because, I have tried that where I've communicated very early that I was looking for a relationship, or I was not looking for any type of strict hookup or friends with benefits situation. And maybe 1 out of 4 times it's gone through and progressed and just didn't work out. But I definitely think it helps if you communicate that straightforward.
Word. Oh, go ahead, Luke.
Sorry about that. I know I keep on
No,
jumping right.
come in.
No, that's another good point. And it's people have such a hard time saying what they want, I think, because they feel like they're going to lose what they have. or like lose that moment, but it's so important, so crucial to be open with that person you're talking to so that you can actually like set up a foundation before anything serious gets started.